Hi guys, it's Belle here, and I'm coming on with a bit of a different kind of video that was actually inspired by a comment that one of you left on the day one video for this year's October Daily Journal. I just have to say straight away, I'm sorry if you can hear any banging or drilling. Unfortunately, my neighbours are doing some work to the front of the house, so you may hear that. If it gets too bad, I will just have to pause. So yes, I think it was the lovely Bonnie left a message that I have seen before, both on some of my videos and on other people's videos, where she had said how she would really love to do an October daily, but she feels like she never does enough in her daily life to really warrant it, to give it a go. And that really saddens me when I see people say that, because as I said briefly in my day one October daily journal, if you're doing a personal journal, and I will discuss the differences between, if you're doing a personal journal, then you don't have to just record the big things. I know it's hard for some of us who our kids may be older, they may not be living at home, or we may be on our own, or you know, you might have grandchildren but only see them for certain times during the month. Like, it's hard to sit there and go, well, why would I want to keep an October daily journal? Because you're important, guys. You're important. So that's the first thing I really want to get out of the way. Something that I do in my journals is I just document everything, be it big or small, that's happened either that day or through the month. We are more likely to remember the really big things like weddings and family get-togethers and birthdays and day trips than we are to maybe remember what our favorite show was one year, or what new dress we bought that year, or what new ornament we picked out. And those are the things that make up the tapestry of our lives, guys. It's not just made up of big things. It's made up of those everyday things when, hopefully not for a long time, but when one day we are no longer here, I don't want to get morbid, but it's not the big things like, oh, do you remember we went on holiday? Obviously, we remember those. But it's the little things people remember about someone, like their favourite drink, their favourite perfume, their way of dressing, something they used to laugh at, a favourite song they played. Those are the things that are important. And that is why I encourage any of you that want to do either an October daily or in a December daily to just do it. And I'm going to give you some tips on how, if you're new to this, it may help you to get started. But please, if there's even a small part of you that wants to do either an October or December daily, because I know not all of you out there are spooky fans, but I do both October and December dailies. If there's even a small part of you, stop sitting there thinking that you and your life are not exciting enough, because they're your journals for you. Maybe one of your family will also look at them with you, but they're your journals for you. Document your favourite things. So we're going to get started on that, and I'm going to give you some tips. So first tip, size of journal. Pick a size that is going to work for you. I tend to work in a normal size journal that's almost 6, sort of 5.5 to sort of 8.5. That's what I'm working in this year. That's what I normally work in. The first October daily I ever did was this massive journal. I did not make this. I was gifted this in a swap by the lovely Dolly, who used to be Gypsy Rose Papery here on YouTube. I will see what her channel's called now. I can't remember. She does very different kind of crafting now, but yeah, I got this from the lovely Dolly. So this was the first year. Oh, I didn't even say. Maybe some of you guys are saying, what's an October and December daily? Should have really started the video with that, shouldn't I? So an October or a December daily journal is a journal that you keep throughout, funny enough, the month of October and December, usually because they're the months of the year where lots of things are happening. And yeah, you document the month, what goes on, things you do. I think December dailies were around for a little while, and then the first place I ever heard about an October daily was on Serena B's channel. I will leave her link down below. Please go check out Serena's channel. Oh my goodness, I have been following her as a creator for so long. I love her stuff, even though her style is sometimes the colors are a lot brighter than I tend to work with. I love it. I love her stuff. And she has been uploading over the last few months some of her finished October dailies, and I love her October daily style. So there tends to be two types of October dailies or December dailies. Basically, you can have a personal one, which is basically like memory keeping, like scrapbooking, where you just document your life, what you're doing, pictures, things. There's that one. And then there also tends to be prompt, very specific, just for prompt journals. So like this year, I'm taking part once again in Pink Oddbird's Oddtober prompts, which are creative prompts. They're like art journaling prompts, and you will use those to create a page in your journal. I also mix the two, and I will show you this, but I'm just saying this is the first journal I ever did. This is a big journal. If you are new to October or December dailies, you don't have to do a big journal, so you can do a normal size. Or the first December daily I ever did was in a traveler's notebook, guys. Look at that. This was the first ever one. I think it was 2018. I did this journal. I'm trying to find my, 2018 was my first ever December daily. And then 2019 was my first ever October daily. So sorry about that banging. And this is a personal one. I have got prompts at the start for the days that I didn't have anything to do. I'll go into that in more detail. But this is a personal one. Look, like my Christmas tree. My tea that I love to drink, the gingerbread tea. I was poorly that day. My cat. There, a funny weird toy thing that we found in one of the shops. This was a card from my friend. This was a card from some Happy Mail. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to keep stopping if the drilling carries on. It's my daughter. That was something she was doing for work. Oh, this is when I just made some decorations for my tree, and when I was writing out my Christmas cards. So this is my first ever December daily, and you can see that it's just a really nice size to work in. So I mean, this has 2 signatures. Theoretically, you don't need 2. So sorry, I'm having to keep pausing because of the drilling. Theoretically, you don't need 2 signatures in your journal. You could just pick one, but we'll get into that more in a minute with something else. So that's a traveler's notebook, or you can use a normal sized journal, or you could use something this small. This is a super tiny journal. You can see my hand there. So yes, this is a much smaller size. I will get a ruler and tell you how big this actually is, if I could find my ruler. Here it is. So it is about 4.5 by 6.5 inches. I did not make this journal. I was gifted this one, but I just wanted to show you. So this is where I used to keep some of my Halloween Happy Mail, and you can see I've made this little page. This has worked brilliantly as and I made that little page as a October or December daily. It works brilliantly depending what size you're going to print out, if you are going to print out photos. I'm going to try to see if there's another, that there's some Happy Mail there. But yeah, you can see how easily this works. So tip 1, pick a size of journal that you're not going to find too intimidating if this is your first year. Don't necessarily jump from this to this, which is what I did. Yeah, so don't necessarily do that, but you've got all different sizes. You can make your own. You might have some. You could choose, I think Pink Oddbird's done little ones that are 6 by 6. I know Pink Oddbird always makes October daily journals that people can purchase. I don't think she does December dailies, but you know, there are lots of different sizes out there. So tip 1, Pick a size of journal that's going to work for you, especially if you are new to it. Tip 2, guys. If you're new to daily journaling and you feel like you haven't got enough exciting things in your life, then my other tip is find a prompt or a bucket list. You can also easily make your own. I made my own bucket list. So there are lots of prompt lists out there. You can find them on other people's channels. I know Serena B used to do prompt lists as well. That was years and years ago. She hasn't done one recently, but again, check out her channel, guys. You can find them on Pinterest if you're on there. You can literally just type in online October daily prompts and it will come up with a whole load. And you may not like every prompt on that prompt list. So don't do every prompt. Mix and match it. Or take some prompts from one place and some from another and make your own. Or do a bucket list. So I've got 15 things here on this bucket list, and this prompt has all 31 prompts. And it's simple things like favourite activity, favourite movie, autumn weather, favourite snack, something orange. I mean, you cannot get a more simple prompt than something orange for October daily. Obviously, in Christmas, it could be something green or something red. Spooky sparkles, favourite villain, fall outfit of the day. What a great one. Just take a picture of yourself, and it doesn't even have to be an autumn themed outfit, guys. Don't overthink this. If you just think, I look good today, this is a good outfit, I really feel my best in this, take a picture of it, document it, put it in your journal. So you can see in my October daily, I've got a mix of bucket list and prompts. And if you're new to this, maybe you just want to follow prompts. Maybe that's all you want to do. Maybe you haven't got lots planned, especially in October. Maybe there's just one day you're going to do something. But they can also inspire you to do activities like maybe you want to give some happy mail to someone, or maybe you want to go apple picking. Maybe you want to go for a woodland walk. Things like that. Your prompts and your bucket list can really inspire you to do the activities. I love this one as well. These are great prompts. I think these are good for December or October. A throwback page. What that basically means is if you've got pictures of you or your family from years ago for either December or October, you can put that in today's journal. Why not? Use it like a scrapbook or a photo album. That's what I do. I used to scrapbook all the time, and now I use my journals as scrapbooks, as memory keeping places. So prompt 2, and I'll show you. I did show you briefly, but yeah, you can get December daily prompt lists as well. I know a lot of people have more going on in December, but still some of us don't. And I've got a whole prompt list here. Favourite Christmas movie, favourite song, gingerbread, Christmas flowers, decorating the tree, neighbourhood lights, holiday drinks, smells of Christmas, favourite Christmas game. You know, you can get prompts for both. So that's a great place to start. If you are new to daily journaling, either October or December, a great place to start is prompt lists. If you don't have a printer, you don't have to print them off. You can handwrite them. So, you know, there's plenty of options, guys. Tip 3. Choose how often or how many days. If it is your first October daily / December daily, then choose. You may just want to do, say you've done a bucket list of 15 things, you may just want to do 15 days. That's okay. There are no December / October daily craft police out there who's going to come knocking on your door going, you did not do all 30 or 31 days. Just think, okay, this might be a bit much for me. I'm very busy. I've got other things on. I'm just going to commit to doing 15 days in this year's daily. Do that, guys. The whole point of these dailies is for you to enjoy and you to record things that have happened. A lot of people write in diaries. If you're one of those type of people, use this as more of a craft photo-based diary. Some of us use bullet journals. Use this is a really different kind of bullet journal. Obviously you wouldn't have your other lists and tasks, but a way to record things. So tip 3, choose how many days. If you just want to do the 13 days up till Halloween, do that. If you want to do just the week of Christmas and it's going to be a really thin December daily, I know it says December daily, but honestly guys, that's just a title. Call it your December memory journal if that makes you feel better. So they're the 3 tips I've got. Pick a size of journal that's going to work for you. If you're new to it and you feel like you haven't got enough to record, find prompt lists, make a bucket list. And the last one, choose how many days. Don't put any pressure on yourself. There's ones that I think I'm going to do every single day, and then I don't end up doing that, especially Christmas ones, because I'm so busy and because my craft room is in my living room. Often my craft area has to be almost shut down, which means I've got very little access to my craft area, and we're often doing lots of stuff. So I tend to, my December dailies don't tend to have all every day filled out. So do things like that. And talking about prompt lists, if you do things like Defember and everything that 49 Dragonflies and Louisa Heinzel do, you can make that your December daily. I know I combine mine. I often put pieces of Defember that I've made into my dailies. And now I want to show you. I love to mix and match mine. So this first journal I did in 2019, this is a mix of memory keeping and prompts. So I like to start every single October and December daily off, but particularly October, with a picture. So this is part of my garden here. You can see like my apple trees and like my elder and everything in the background, and my plum tree over there. This is my garden, and I just take a picture of what the day is that day. This year I went for a woodland walk and I took a picture of the woods. That's what I like to do. We've got some happy mail. We've got things out. This was a challenge I took part in. This was actually a Serena B challenge. This was part of her, one of her Patreon kits that she had when she still had Patreon. And yeah, that is what I made for her challenge. Obviously there's photographs in here as well. I think actually, oh yeah, look at this one. This is just memory keeping. RuPaul's Drag Race was on that year, and so I documented RuPaul's Drag Race. Again, we've got, oh, this is this is me working on my December daily, no, October daily, whilst watching Scooby-Doo in the background. That's the picture I took that day. Super exciting, yeah guys, but it just made me smile to think about that. Went to a little witchy market, saw some pumpkins. I'm obviously not going to go through all of this. Oh, this was when we went shopping. I saw these amazing shoes in this place and a Maleficent bag. If you don't know and you can't guess, I'm a huge Maleficent fan. She'd be my favourite villain. There's me pulling a face with a Maleficent hat on. Is that face attractive? No. Do we really want other people to see us like that? Maybe not. Is that the reality sometimes? Yes, it is. Document it. Who cares? But this, now these are memories. This is a prompt. I don't know what prompt it is. I don't know if I've written it down somewhere. But this was a prompt for something. So you can see like I've done a little dead and breakfast and done that. So I mix my memories up. This was another prompt. This was a prompt where I had to make a poem. I can't remember. It must have been one of Pink Oddbirds, I think, again. I had to make, yeah, it was a Pink Oddbird prompt. Write a Halloween poem. So yeah, so I have mixed some prompts. That's how long I've been doing Pink Oddbird prompts. I've mixed some prompts with some memory keeping. Again, just that day, picture of my trees. I liked that. Oh, this was an Italian show that, not Italian, a Spanish telenovela I was super into at the time. Yeah. And I painted that. So there you go. I've got prompts. I've got memory keeping. And I have the fact that this was my first go at doing some watercolours for the moon. So you can see, guys, just mix and match. You don't have to do your journal one way. This was some happy mail. Actually, this was from Dolly too. This didn't come with the journal, but again, we were in a charm swap. So it was funny because obviously I added it to Dolly's journal. But this day I just documented. I had some nice new nail polish. I like the way the ring looked. Doesn't it look cute? Again, does that matter? No. Is it important to anyone else? No. Do I care? No, because I wanted to document that new nail polish. And now every time I look back at this, I'll go, I remember when I got that nail polish. And this was the day I first learnt to do lino crafting. And I made these cute little pumpkin stamps. And for the life of me, I can't find that stamp. And I need to because it'd be perfect. So yeah, went to Maleficent with my kids. Oh, here, me with a witchy hat. I think that was another prompt, actually. I'm pretty sure it was another one of Priscilla's prompts. But I don't know what prompt it was. Oh, some happy mail. I made a pocket letter for a swap. This was my pocket letter. And then I kept some of the bits that I made for the pocket letter. And then this was the pocket letter I got in return. And I kept the letter from the person in there. So there you go, guys. Mundane things are just as important. Just document them. So that is a mix and match. And let me grab one that is just purely prompts. So maybe you don't want to take photos, or I know lots of us struggle with it. Or maybe you can't get your photos printed out and things. Maybe that's an issue. Maybe you just didn't want to do the prompts. You can do the simple prompt list like I've shown you with this daily, which is all about activities and things like that. Or you can do a much more complicated. This is one of Pink Oddbirds. This was 2 years ago, this one. And actually her prompts this year follow on. The last 2 years have followed on. This is just a prompt-based journal. There is no, so sorry for that, there's no memory keeping at all in here. There is a playlist of this on my channel if you want to look. So you can see this has a very different look and feel to both my December daily that I shared with you and my other October daily. Just purely prompt-based. No memory keeping, no photos, just prompt-based. So let's go over that again, guys. Firstly, I highly, highly, highly encourage all of you who want to do either an October daily or a December daily, or hey, maybe both, as I often do, if you want to. There's so many ways, guys. Honestly, I want to encourage you. Get crafting, get documenting, have fun. Let's go over the tips again. Tip 1. Pick a size of journal that's going to work for you. Small to large. Whatever works for you, pick that size. Prompt 2, or tip 2. Find a prompt list or make an autumn or December bucket list to inspire you. And then you can use those as prompts. You know, if your bucket list says woodland walk, you could just put lots of pictures of trees on there. Or put a picture of your woodland walk, as I did with day 1 of this. This was just my woodland walk. And the third tip is choose how often or how many days, especially if you're starting out. Give yourself a target of 10 days, maybe 13 for October, because 13 works for Spookicism. And then if you do more than that, great. But don't give yourself too much to do, because you're more than likely to go, oh no, I can't keep up with this. I don't want to do it. And maybe make a decision. I would decide, especially if it's your first year journaling, decide whether you want to do prompt-based completely or whether it's going to be a completely personal one. Again, you can use prompts for your personal journal. I'm doing that in my personal journal. But you can also use prompts just creatively, like I've shown you in here, and there doesn't have to be any personal. Or just decide I'm just going to do personal this year, and if there's days I haven't got anything, I'm not going to fill in that day. That's okay. So I really, really, really hope... Oh gosh, they're drilling again. Let me pause. So again, I'm sorry about the background noise. So I hope that's inspired some of you to really just give it a go. We're still in October, guys. It doesn't matter if you've missed the first few days. It doesn't matter. Start your journal now. You've still got plenty of time. And the other thing that these show you in style is that if you're not into the overtly spooky, which, you know, I rather like the spooky grunge. If you're not into that, you can see this journal is a completely different vibe. It's more autumn based. It has autumn colors and digitals and things in there. So you don't have to just do an October daily in a spooky style. You can do it just as an autumn/fall for you guys in the States. And December, again, you don't have to do it all cutesy. You can go gothic if you want to. Your journals, your life, your creativity, you make that decision for yourself and just enjoy it. And I just encourage you, because I know when I look back on my journals over the past years, either 2018 Christmas, 2019, 2020, when I look back on my journals and see what I was documenting, what my favorite shows were, what my favorite outfits were, what I was drinking, what meals I was making, it just brings back a lot of memories and brings me so much joy. And after all, isn't that what life, and especially crafting, should be about? Joy. So I'll leave it there for now, guys. I'm sorry this was quite choppy because I had to keep stopping it. I know there was noise in the background, but I still hope you got plenty of inspiration. I would love to know down below if you have now been inspired to go and do a daily. There's plenty of time to get prepped for a Christmas one, for December daily. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you can still do a December daily because there's lots going on. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Bonnie, for inspiring the video by leaving me that comment. I hope you have been inspired to give it a go, because I would really love you to do that. And yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's not normally all the drilling and banging in my videos. And I will be back again soon. Until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of spooky fun. Bye for now.